much for joining me today. My name is Stephanie and I'll be your yoga teacher for today. Today is day 5. This is going to be a nice energizing sequence to get us moving. We are going to start in a standing position here. So go ahead and meet me on the mat. You can start at the top of the mat if you would like. Come into our most beautiful mountain position, aka Tadasana. So go ahead and firmly plant both of those feet into the ground, lifting the toes and putting them back down and lifting them, and maybe placing them back down toe by toe, firmly rooting into the ground. Go ahead and take you a slight bend in those knees. We have a neutral tilt of our pelvis. Shoulder blades are tucked behind us. Crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. Palms facing the front of the room. And go ahead and shut those eyes down. Dropping right on in here this morning or this afternoon, whenever you prefer to practice. Going ahead and becoming present on our mats today. Being here and being consciously aware of what we are doing, not only for our physical bodies, but for our mental states. Movement does more than help the physical body. The mind-body connection is powerful. And when we learn to tap into that, we become supernatural. Yogis have been described as supernatural before for being able to control their anxiety and their thoughts and things like that. All of us possess these things. We just have to find them inside of us and bring them to the surface. Go ahead and take a nice deep inhale through the nose and let it out gently through the nose. Do it again. Inhale through the nose. And let it out through the nose. On your next inhale, go ahead and sweep those arms up overhead. Gaze can follow. And let's come on down into a forward fold here. Hands can be on the mat, or you can interlace opposite elbows here. Just let it hang and sway left to right. Allowing that spine to become nice and long here. Just finding this gentle movement. Allow your next inhale to bring you up to our halfway lift. Nice long spine. Weight is in the front of the feet. Exhale, fold. All over those legs. Same thing, you can put them on the ground and find your stillness, or you can interlace opposite elbows and just find some nice gentle rocks side to side here. Next inhale, bring it up to halfway lift here. Hands can be on the thighs or the shins. Weight is in the front of the toes. And exhale, fold. We're going to reach your eyes, so go stand up. Arms go all the way up overhead. And then let's exhale them down through heart center. Nice. Back in our Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms go up and overhead, meet together, and then let's slice through and come down into our forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, expand through that spine. Exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale, root to rise, arms go all the way up overhead. Exhale them down through heart center. Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and come to the top of my mat now. I'm going to do this one more time. So inhale, arms go all the way up overhead. And let's slice through that sky, coming into our forward fold. Half lift and exhale, fold. Plant those hands. We're going to step the right foot back, followed by the left. So we're in our plank here. Now just rock forward a couple times, maybe rocking in some circles here, getting those wrists nice and warmed up. And then maybe taking the walk with the legs like we do in down dog, but we're in plank. Walking out, and we're plank. And roll back into a downward facing dog. Same thing, go ahead and give your dog a nice little walk here. Drop in the opposite heels. Nice deep breaths. Pushing hard through the shoulders still. Maybe a big bend in the knees. Trying to bring the chest to the thighs. Getting that deep stretch through the shoulders. Whatever you find here that you like, I want you to go ahead and take it. On your next inhale, allow it to roll you forward into plank. You have options here to lower down the knees, the chest, and the chin, and go to up dog and meet me in down dog. Or we can lower down into chaturanga, push up into upward facing dog, and meet back in downward facing dog. Nice. Sweep that right leg up, square hips here, and we're just holding this. Breathing. And bring it through in between the hands. Lower down that left knee and allow your next inhale to rise you up and your arms up overhead in our crescent lunge. Making sure that our right knee is not swaying over the right ankle. So I don't want to see this, my knees over my ankle. I would rather see this. Right, my knees behind my ankle. It protects the joints, and we need to be protective of our joints. Beautiful crescent lunge. Go ahead and frame that right foot and step it back into our downward facing dog. Now we're going to roll forward, plank, lower down into chaturanga, push up into our upward facing dog, and meet me back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, go ahead and sweep the left leg up. We got our hips squared here, and we are breathing. Pushing equally through both of those shoulders. And bring it through in between the hands. Lower that right knee. And allow your inhale to rise you up, arms up overhead. Crescent lunge. Same thing on this side. You don't want that knee dropping over that ankle. You want it parallel or you want it back behind the ankle. We are smiling, happy yogis here. And your next exhale, plant those hands. Step it back, downward facing dog. Take a second, and then we're going to roll forward into plank. Lower down into chaturanga. Push up into upward facing dog. And meet me back, downward facing dog. Very nice. Go ahead and take 2 deep breaths here. You can take child's pose if your wrists or shoulders are feeling a little hot here. Beautiful. On our next inhale, we're going to sweep that right leg up, 3-leg dog. Hold. Now we're going to come through knee to nose, so round through that spine, push hard through those shoulders, knee to nose, hold, and step it through in between the hands. Pivot that left foot, and allow your next inhale to bring you up into our warrior two. Beautiful. Our most beautiful little yogi warrior twos. Breathe, find your footing here. Left foot's pivoted, right foot is straight. Hands are parallel to the earth. The right knee is not over that right ankle. Our pelvis is towards the outside of our mat, not the front. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop that left hand down on that left leg. Sweep that right arm up overhead for our exalted warrior here. Stay lifted. We're not collapsing into that left hand. And go ahead and pop that left hip back. Straighten that right leg. Bring that right hand beside that right foot. If you have a block, you could take it here to give you some space, helping that earth come up to you wherever you are here. Our revolved triangle. Gaze can be up towards that left hand. Breathe. And as we swing the left hand down, we're going to bend in through our right leg, pivot on that back to where we're back on the toes on the left foot. Left hand is planted beside of the right. Right hand sweeps up towards the sky. So now we are in our revolved side angle. Breathe. Gaze can be towards that right hand. Nice. Go ahead and frame that right foot and step it back into our downward facing dog. Very nice. One of my favorite little sequences there. Just take a couple deep breaths here. You can take child's pose if you want. And go ahead and sweep that left leg up on your next inhale. Square hips, pressing through those shoulders as hard as we can. And rounding forward, knee to nose, rounding through the back, pressing hard through our shoulders still. Breathing. And step it through in between the hands. Pivot on that right foot. And go ahead and rise up into our warrior two here. Beautiful little warrior two yogis. Love it. Warrior two is one of my favorite positions. Still, we are making sure that our right leg is pivoted, our left foot is pointed towards the front of our mat, and our left ankle is not swaying over that ankle. I said that all wrong. Our left knee is not swaying over. Our left ankle, I'll shut up. Beautiful. Coming into our exalted warrior, so drop that right hand down on the right leg. Left hand sweeps up and over. Chest is lifted, gaze is towards the ceiling. Breathing and smiling here. And go ahead and kick that right hip back, straighten that left leg. Go ahead and come down. Same options here. If you need the block, have the block. Makes it way more accessible. And if you can come down, just play with the block and see where you are here. Breathing, no holding, no clenching. And go ahead and swing that right hand all the way down. We're going to pivot back to those right toes. And we are going to place our right hand beside our left foot and sweep our left hand up into the sky. Gaze can follow it. Breathe. Frame that foot and step it back into our downward facing dog. So we're going to do a vinyasa. If you want to take child's pose, please be my guest. Otherwise, let's roll forward into plank. Lower down into chaturanga. Push up, upward facing dog. You got it. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. And roll forward. Come onto the knees. Mermaid those legs to the right and sit back. Legs out long. We're coming into our Padimottanasana, aka seated forward fold. So legs out long. Nice little bend in our knees here. Spine is nice and long. If you need to sit up on a block, please pop the block under the sit bone so it will make it more accessible for you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. That bend in those knees makes this feel so much better. We want to keep active feet pointing towards the ceiling. And we are trying to get our belly to our thighs. So we're not trying to get our head down to our calves. We're really working on that straight spine and pulling forward. This is getting a big stretch in our spines. Breathing love into the tight spaces here. Go ahead and let your inhale bring you up, back to seated. We're going to open up into our wide-legged seated position. And today we're going to pull our right leg in. And we're going to fold over to the left. Just sending that breath to those tight spaces. Directing your energy. Maybe even close the eyes here if it feels nice. Obviously not comfortable, but sometimes closing the eyes can allow the body to accept what we're doing a little easier without so much resistance. Inhale, go ahead and come on back up. So now we're going to send the right leg over, pull the left leg in. Nice. And fold over the right leg. Same thing, as you know, we're trying to keep the spine straight. pull yourself up here. I'm going to come around for some boat pose. So this is such a good way to work core. And I know we do this a lot, but it works your whole body. It's why we do it. So go ahead, meet me in boat here. However you need to get there. If you're holding behind your thighs, hold behind your thighs. If you're a total rock star and you can straighten those legs and stay here, be my guest. We are doing toe taps though. So we need some reserves of energy here. So whatever you want to do, let's do 20 toe taps. So we do these slow and controlled, keeping the spine straight the entire time. So these look like this, right down, left down. That's 2, right? We do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You got this. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Beautiful. Roll back onto your back. Hug those knees in. You are amazing. We're going to come on down for our Shavasana here. We can open, put our feet together and allow our knees to drop out to the sides. Palms face up. And shut those eyes down. Day number 5 complete. Way to go. Showing up for ourselves is probably the hardest thing. I am so appreciative of you showing up for yourself. I know by day 30, magical things will be happening in your life. I'm excited to hear about it. I do challenge you to stay here as long as you can, allowing all that energy that you worked up to absorb into your body. I look forward to seeing you back on the mat tomorrow for day number 6. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.